Okay, this video, my boys, this video is from the last one that I did last night. And you'll see because I'm wearing the green thing. That my mom, she's not talking, she's talking over the phone and she's meeting people, but she's not telling the truth. She's not being truthful in what she's saying to the family members or to her friends. She's lying. So my boys, she's still talking to Mama Geta. She's still talking to everybody on that family side. She's still talking to your dad. It's all lies. It's all like, they're all that, like, tornado shit. That's all them. Attorneys representing the stars have allegedly sent legal letters to Simon and Schuster, though details my mom is not well. She's been sick. She makes things up in her head. Because these doctors will give her something and she'll use it. Oh, that's what I have. That's what I have. That's what I'm doing. So it's like, have been sent to the publishers. She's taking pills that she doesn't need to be taking. She has high blood pressure. She only has high blood pressure because of the shit that she's doing. She can't, like, I used to have high blood pressure. I used to have diabetes. And I was even told that, oh, diabetes and high blood pressure you can't get rid of. Once you have it, you can't get rid of. Me doing my own research and me going, no, this can't be real. This can't be, like, I worked my ass off and I don't even have that anymore. I don't have high blood pressure. I don't have high blood pressure. That was hard for me. My offsprings, I would pass out and I would get migraines and I would have those passing out spells. Sears, I keep mentioning Sears. That's when it happened, and I have pictures and I will show you the pictures. They're online and I have a bump on my middle of my forehead. It was somebody poisoning, somebody doing shit to me that was making me get like that. Your body will tell you someone's fucking with you when you are heavily protected. And my dad was telling me, but he couldn't. I was watching it. He was showing me and telling me, like, people don't like you. People really don't like you. They want you to kill yourself, or they want you to die. They'll send you people to die. And I want to die. I don't want to be here like this. I don't want this, like, having my ancestors going, they don't like you, they don't like you. Do this, do that. It's very overwhelming because I want to live my life too. I want to be exploring things, but I don't want to explore things when you look different. You look this, you look that, you know, like, or even a sexual way. I just don't want to be touched anymore. I don't want that. I don't like, it's just gross. I just rather be covered up and not be around anybody anymore. Even the women that I'm seeing, oh, I feel so bad for you. I feel so sorry for you. They do not feel sorry for me. All these moms, all these women that I see online, they are fake. They are not real. Even on the phone, the therapist that I'm talking to, they are not real people because I have to go to them. I have to tell them. These court people, they are the problem. No one is coming from the heart. No one wants to help me from the heart. I have to get help. I have to pay for help. When you have to pay for help, that means that there is a mental problem for everybody else. Like, for me saying that, and I don't like saying that, look into it. Even Britney Spears has been crying out for help all her life. And people are saying she signed herself to the devil. How do you sign yourself up to a devil when you are just a child? That doesn't make sense. Your parents are to blame. My parents are to blame for why I'm like this now. I could be up more. I could be anywhere I want to be, but I can't because the way I believe, my ancestors. I'm not going to deny my people. I'm not going to deny my ancestors. I'm not going to deny these children that have died. just to be like a white person, just to 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 believe like the way of the church. You took these Native American children into schools to teach them how to farm, to sew. We already knew how to do that. So I'm listening to this, and I'm also listening to my own bullshit from last night. Because I see that, like, coming from a different point of view, and then as me watching it, it will not make sense to somebody that just came in. That's not my, that's, I'm trying, this video is just to explain that last video. I don't think I'm doing a good job either from that, but it's a family business. It's a personal. This is for my grandkids. If my kids decide to have kids, which I don't want, I really don't want grandkids. But that's not my, I'm only trying to plan. I'm only trying to think ahead and help them out. The only reason why I don't want grandkids is because I don't want the struggle. I don't want them to stress out. I don't want them to feel alone. I don't want them to take their own life because they're not being heard. Because they're being silenced. Because they cannot communicate with their ancestors. They cannot communicate with me if I'm not here. Like with my grandma. I cannot communicate with my grandma like I want to. Now I know that my grandpa was not a good man. And I looked up to my grandpa. And when my grandpa died, even before my grandpa died, I was in an argument with his wife. Let me see him. I wanted answers. I needed answers from him. That motherfucker, I needed answers from him. And his wife did not let me see him. And my boys saw that. My own husband, Lauren Tapia, saw that, and he didn't do shit. Now I know, like, I see other husbands caring for their wives, and I'm like, I always wanted that, but I didn't know, like, is it really real? Is it really authentic? Is it because I see these guys go online and cheat on their wives? I know he was doing that, my offsprings. I know he was doing that. But with the people that I know, the people that were, man, all those phone calls, all those prank calls, all those banging on the doors, all those harassments, all those people following me, just because they wanted your dad, just because they wanted me gone and you boys. There's pedophiles running, and I'm not going to stand for that. Because having a sex with a child, it damages you inside, and it makes you just, for boys, I see it for boys, it makes them lost. And a woman introduced the idea to my dad, and my mom actually helped him follow through. My offsprings, I raised you so you can not treat women like that. And Colin, like, remember middle school, remember the friend that you had and you betrayed her, like, that hurt me. I just remembered, like, and for you to lie on the online, getting a different, to lie on the online to these guys, to these boys, to the girl, making it seem like you're gonna get in a fight. Yeah, come at me, meet me at school, and he's older than you, and you're just playing him, and you know you're playing it. But when you go to school, you don't know that these people are really gonna do it. These kids are really going to attack you. You're all talk, Colin. You're not ready yet. My first job after the... Yes, if she hurt you, yes, she hurt you, but she hurt you because you weren't listening to her. That's why you were too young. That's why I told you were too young to have a girlfriend, because Girls will have emotions. They'll just blur out shit to piss you off because they've been dealing with a lot of shit. They will say sorry when it's their time. For boys, you need to understand that girls, like, they'll just blur out shit because they're hormones, or they're just the shit that they have to go through their own dad, their own father. When they have to go home, they have to hear their dad's shit, telling them shit about boys. Even their mom. Their mom is like with my mom, she was not nice to me at all. My boys, she was not nice to me. My mom was evil to me in school. Growing up, it was horrible. It was always me and Stephanie's fight. Like, she would just love that, watching that. And I did not like that. When I had kids, I did not like that type of environment. Which kid do you like more? Which would you want to save more? Oh, and then when we had birthday parties, it was, or Christmas or anything like that, it was, I noticed that Ricky was doing that to me and Mandy, where she would buy Mandy all these toys. And for my kids, it was very little or nothing at all. And I did not care. Because I want my boys to have less stuff. They don't need all that stuff. We can share. And I saw what it was doing to them. I saw what it was doing to Mark and Stacy. And I knew what was happening. It was petting. And then I started doing a Vegas show in Las Vegas. And I did that for and for Nicholas to block me online. Like, go ahead, Nicholas. Like, you're fucking... Man. Under my father's rules, and the dancers are playing and drinking and having fun at nights in Vegas, and I couldn't do anything. Like, no family member has come to me face to face, like, I even wore wigs and talked to me, sat me down, nothing. And I know when I die, they're just gonna play the stupid guilt trip. Oh, I tried as much as I could with her, and what the fuck? No, you didn't. No one. I don't know anyone. I just want you boys. For all these teachers that blocked me too. And the who, like, they're running away from these like, they're running away because they know that they got caught being a pedophile. Claiming and, like, treating me like a superstar, but yet they treated me like nothing. Back up your shit. Know your stuff. I started to get a spark back. I remember recording Glory, and for some reason I think producing and making... I don't want to be here anymore, boys. I don't want to live anymore. There's no purpose for me being here. Like, they're saying, someone was trying to convince me the other day, oh, you need to live, just have faith and have hope. And you go online and you see these tarot readers, and they're reading dead people. They're reading dead people that are no longer here, and the dead people want justice. And other people are like, that's my story. You're reading my story to a T. No shit. I think with confidence comes enlightenment, which makes you think it's like better. And that's the last thing they wanted me to do. It's like lightning. If someone gets hit by lightning here, someone's getting hit by lightning somewhere else. If someone's being born somewhere else. If someone's, for instance, when someone dies, someone's born again. And when someone dies, someone is born again. Like, either way, it's a cycle. It's a continuing cycle. And there is something there that I got that will stop that cycle to continue to somewhere else. Like, suicide is your only option. Suicide is You have to ask for suicide. You have to get that strength to do that. That's very difficult, to pull that strength to take on your own life. Taking someone else's life is coward. Pedophile takes the life out of a child. When you rape or touch a child, you're taking away, you're killing that part of them that we can never get back. How will they use that pain? How will they use that little part that was killed? How are they going to replace that? However they replace that, that's their own coping. That's them. That is a result of that little part that was killed. However they choose to heal themselves for that little part, that should be honored, that should be respected, that should be cherished, that should be, that shouldn't be shamed on them. That should be praised. Like, you did it, however you did it, however you feel like that was your closure, that you felt like, all right, I could do it. You feel whole again. More power to you. More like, take it back. Take whatever you have back. And I want to take that back. And if it's taking my own life, then it's taking my own life. However that might look. And none of it, again, made any sense of what they were doing to me. At least I'm not killing anybody else. At least I'm not selfish like that, like everybody else is doing that to me. You stabbed me in the back. And what did you expect back? What did you expect? To me, drop dead, like slowly leaking out of blood. That's exactly what you thought I was going to do. I left the knives in there. Like, they're all sticking out. I felt like I was in a state of shock. Almost like when an old person feels helpless and they're literally going through some sort of shock treatment and they can't relax their body because they don't have the answers of why. And shock therapy treatment, when I went to the behavioral health center, there was shock treatment. 2 girls, 2 women did it. 2 of them were very different. One of them was big busted, and the other one was brand new. She was white. She never tried it before. And she was coming from domestic violence, not even realizing it. She was very heavily depressed. She was never depressed. All of a sudden, she was depressed. And she was talking about her husband and her stories. I was listening to her story. And I'm like, her husband is very abusive. Very abusive. And it's fucking with her. So I recognized that. So then doctor, she was getting pills, and then she starts crying. And then the doctor, they were in a group, or not, we're in eating, and then they talk to you personally, but you can hear other people's shit. So they were telling her about the shock treatment, and then later on she tells me about the shock treatment, about it, and I go, oh, okay, what about it? Like, giving me information about it, because I don't know much about it, but I'm gonna try it this tomorrow. So okay. So as she's doing that, like the next day, my roommate, she had experience with that before, because she's been in there before, and that was her doctor. The doctor that was doing it, that was her regular doctor from before. And when I saw her, like, I didn't see her like that, her personality, I didn't see her like giddy or excited. But when I saw her with the doctor seemed really nervous. Like, when she was all giddy and hugged him, the doctor just looked like, oh, like kind of guilty of something. And I knew what that guilt was. It was disgusting on man. because she was big breasted. And it was a nasty feeling, like a pedophile feeling that I got. And I'm like, I hope if like when Celia Brown was telling me, like, you'll be asleep, like, you're truthful, you saw it, it's in your head, you saw it when you're asleep. These people, it'll come out, so I'm seeing it, and they're telling me, yeah. So then the next girl, the next morning, she I see her and she's out of it. She doesn't remember anything. She's still trying to think of who I am. She's still trying to, like, remember what happened. I don't remember anything 2 days prior. I don't know anything happened. Like, she's still trying to, and then they're saying that, oh, no, it'll come back. It's just a short term. So I'm like, that is alarming to me. Like, she once knew me, like, she saw me, and I was, and she knew everything. She knew my name. But me watching her, she didn't know me. Like, but you do look familiar, so, like, it just had to wear whatever that it had to wear off. Then the other girl, then there's another girl, 3 girls. There were 3 girls, but the 2 girls that I saw first, that had that happen. And the other girl that was busty, she was like, oh, that comes back. But do you ever, like, how much do you remember? Like, it comes back, but do you feel, don't you feel frustrated on not knowing that side? Like, doesn't that's going that is going to fuck up your brain, because now you're just trying to figure out what just happened. And so you're not focusing on the real problem. You're not focusing on the why that happened. Of course you're gonna feel good because you just you were put out, you were sleeping, they put you out, they knock you out. Of course you're gonna feel good waking up, but now you're just gonna have to find out how to remember shit. That reminds me of when they were doing the cereal. Oh, the food in there. The food at the behavioral health center too. They want me to talk about that. That was horrible. Some of the food, all the food that was given is not healthy at all for your brain and your function. Especially if you have autism, like with Desi, that I noticed your diet, the bread, to the water we eat, everything that we're eating, down to the toothpaste, it affects your brain waves. It affects it. It does. So as soon as I start taking away bread and the noodles from Desi's diet, his anxiety went down. His anxiety went down to where he wasn't stimming or like humming that much, or being fidgety, having ADHD almost, like, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, or asking me questions, or being needy a lot. As soon as I took away that part, that of the noodles, because he was eating a lot of noodles and bread, I saw the change. So I knew, okay, then there's other things that I could do to do that. Because the sugar and stuff I knew because of my mom and dad. So I didn't buy soda. You know that. I didn't buy soda. I didn't buy the like a lot of the candy stuff, which we did have, but we didn't buy. I didn't buy like what my mom did. I've talked to rabbis, I've talked to grown men about it, and they're like, we don't see how you did it. Honestly, I don't either. And
through that, I remember saying, I don't believe in God anymore. I honestly deserve an award for acting like I was okay every day. I thought they were trying to fucking kill me.
They were.
I remember one time I was backstage and I needed my inhaler, and I opened up to my assistant because I had my phone with me, which I'm not supposed to have my phone underneath the stage. But I said to her, "You know what I'm doing." I was talking to a guy and he wanted to just leave the country with me. We had it all set up to just leave, and it was a secret relationship. And I said, my biggest fear was, what would my dad do if I did do something wrong? What if I left the country? What if they found me? And what would they do? And I said, I feel like they would lock me up or something or really hurt me.
They
And
would
she
have.
looked at me and she said, are you kidding me, Brittany? Your dad would never do that to you.
What hurts me is that they were gonna kill her. They are killing her by giving her. How much can a mother take? How much can one person take?
And ask questions of what was going on. She would go innocently.
For all the presidents, for all the lawyers, the teachers,
and she wouldn't speak up. It was always
like Michael Jackson was doing the same thing.
I just don't want to say the
all these people were saying mental illness when he was telling the truth. That's what looks like when you're speaking the truth. That's what it looks like. And for this war, this brings me back to war, and that's what my ancestors are doing. So when I read the World War II books, D-Day, they are referring to Britney Spears to me. They said that history continues, history repeats itself. History repeats itself in the children. So whatever child that I see is a child that
I might even spit in their fucking faces. Why? Because the pain my family gave me,
that I've helped
sitting there all day
cross over.
My feet as they watch their grandchildren run.
The people that I helped cross over, they are coming back in a different form. Honestly, and to me, that is a. That's why I'm celebrating my boys, my offspring.
How is there a God? Is there a God? Giving 8 galls of blood weekly, not being able to stand up. I was so.
To me, there is no God. There's gods.
And my family's at my beach house.
There's warriors.
There's legends. I want people to know I'm only human. I do feel victimized after these experiences, and how can I mend this if I don't talk about it?
Exactly.
I have an amazing song right now with one of the most brilliant men of our time, and I'm so grateful.
And I'm so grateful for my ancestors. I'm so grateful for what they have already. I just want you boys. I want to be a mother.
Who feels alone a lot of the time, and you needed to hear.
I need my babies.
So you don't feel alone.
I don't want to be here.
My life has been far from easy, and you're not alone. We will not be doing any negotiation over the debt.
I know I'm not alone. But it's not the same having you boys. Having you boys here with me, that is my home. That is my... That's my... I keep saying bonsai for me. So I don't know what I gotta do right now. I gotta go. I gotta take a shower. I'm gonna wash my hair today. At least my hair is coming back a little bit.
Hey everyone, I'm Megan Kelly. Welcome to the Megan Kelly Show. Coming up just a bit later, we're going to have a legend in the podcast world, Adam Curry. But we begin today.
So here's my group.
Osborne, the one and only. This is her first long-form interview
Pretty neat
since leaving the
to me.
CBS show The Talk. After her co-hosts and women she thought were friends insinuated on air that she was a racist based on absolutely nothing.
I'll see you boys in a bit, and talking on the phone or Zoom or even a therapist is not real people, not real, it's not real help. It's fake help. If people want to help you, they'll come to you. They'll want to help you. They'll, you'll see them. You'll feel them. You'll like, all right. They'll call you. They'll give you information that you really need, that you. But when they tell you you have mental problems or you're not, or you're lazy, then they're not. Those aren't the people for you. So the people I meet, they're not the people for me. They just don't know me. I just have to get their information and be like, okay, okay, thank you, you know, and just hi and bye. But most of them need to go to prison or jail for murder. By the next morning, it was Sharon Osbourne who was facing the fire. My offsprings, when I'm gone, I'll be still like solving those cold cases. So
did I like everything he said? Did I agree with what he said? No.
I'm planning for your future too, my boys. Believe it or not. Because history repeats itself, and in the city of Westminster, you see the Vietnamese community all over the place with statues and flags and stuff like that. And Native Americans, we're not allowed to. We're not allowed to. We don't have statues. This is a part of Mexico. And we're not allowed to raise our flags or have statues. And we're not allowed to speak any other languages but English. And even in the city meetings, there's Vietnamese community. There's a Vietnamese community that does not have a voice. Like they don't have a voice where they can. It's all corrupt. It's all corrupt in that little circle because of money and brainwashing and stuff like that. That's all like a Brat King mess there.
Tell me where you have heard him say, educate me. Tell me when you have heard him say racist things. Educate me. Tell me. It is not the exact words of racism. It's the implication and the reaction to it.
Yeah, educate me.
Did I clarify anything for you? Immediately afterwards, Sharon said she felt blindsided by the questioning. The show went on a 2-week hiatus. An internal investigation was launched. And a few days
but
later,
even then, Hollywood's fake and government is using these celebrities to
align with CBS's values.
To hide. And of course, they're going to use the Kardashians because Robert and OJ.
But as we all know, there's always much more to the story. Sharon Osbourne is my guest now.
My dad.
I'm so happy to have you here, and I apologize for beginning with what is probably traumatic to rewatch. It's just annoying to sort of be brought back to these events. I can speak to that firsthand. But now with the benefit of
my dad liked OJ too.
What do you think happened to you?
But he was a son of a bitch for killing his wife. He was a coward for killing his wife.
It's a very complex
for putting a hands on a beautiful woman like that, or any woman.
Just look at their ratings.
My dad was against.
Not been great. They got a coup by getting
but for children, it was different.
Meghan and Harry interview.
But at least I knew that as a child. I'm like, well, if I grow up, at least I'll have a dad that will help me, back me up. Wasn't wrong there.
And that's what it was for them at that time. And you just look at it business.
I never thought like
the network was failing.
I thought it was weird, like when you're a child and you grow up and you're like, I can't wait to be a grown up. I can't wait to be a grown up. But for my dad, it was, he couldn't wait to be a grandpa. He couldn't wait to be a grandpa. And I'm like, how I wouldn't want to be
And
like that. I don't want
because
to wait to get
Piers
grandpa.
Morgan was saying what he felt
To me, it
about
was
it in
just,
a negative way,
I
and
still
I
don't
was standing
understand that.
behind them, I don't think they liked it
But
at
my
all,
dad felt,
because this was their
my
coup. This
mom's
was
the one
bringing
that
them
made my
back,
dad feel young again.
from basically they were, they were number one for so many years, and then it started to slide. And this was
Like
bringing them
my
back,
dad killed
and
himself too.
they didn't like
By all
the
this,
fact
my
that
dad could
I
have taken care of
didn't
himself too, but he didn't know
locate
how because he
Piers.
didn't have any women to help him
And
out
then,
until I was helping
too,
him out.
with a
Then
woman by
also
the
when I
name
started
of
helping him out,
Amy
then
Rosenbach is the
Cookie, then his
show,
sister
is in
started
charge of the show.
like doing her
And
shit.
apparently,
Mandy
she
started
turned
doing her
around to
shit
the
because I asked for help. I
producers
asked
and
for
she
help.
said, I'd like some gentle, I'm trying to think of the word.
I know this will go to trial,
I can't think of
but
the
before I
exact
go to
words that
trial,
she
if I
said,
don't make it
because
to
it was
trial
told to me by somebody else who was on that call.
because of
But
other
they
bullshit
wanted
and
some
because of what I'm
gentle
doing, if I don't
disagreement.
go to trial,
And at the time, I did
then
have
I
on
don't
my
know. But if I do
socials
go to trial,
people complaining
then
that
hopefully I'll get
I should have
somebody that will
supported
do
Piers, and
hypnosis
that
and put
made
me
me look
under
like
to
a
sleep, and
racist.
then you'll get your information from
But
there. Because I have
um,
nothing to hide.
I
I'm not
don't
scared.
think that anybody complained to
I don't
the
want to be here anymore.
FCC. I
I'll
don't
rat
think
everybody
that
else out.
I was out of
Because
order.
raping kids is not okay in the United States. I'm not.
By dealing
I'm
with
not
it the
proud to be
way
in the
that I
United States.
did,
I'm not proud of
because I
American.
was talking to a
I'm
friend
a
for many
kumai.
years. I was talking to a woman that
I
I
was never
traveled
proud to
with,
be an
that I
American.
worked with, that I
I
sat
tried
beside for 11, well,
what
it's
the
actually,
blood,
she
the
was there for
flag,
10
the
seasons. So
American
for 10
flag to me is
seasons,
blood.
I had sat next to this woman. She was a family friend.
It's no different
And
than
then, boom, she puts me on the hot seat and talking about racism.
the
And
Confederate flag. The
she knows
Confederate
my
flag
history.
is no
She knows
different
me. She knows I'm
than
not a
the Nazi
racist.
flag. It's
And
the American flag is just
I'm talking about Cheryl, yeah.
it's a genocide flag.
I'm sorry?
That's your co-host who we saw going at you pretty good, and that's Cheryl Underwood.
Cheryl Underwood.
So I wonder if I do.
She was the one sort of leading the charge against
That's a
you.
good idea. Get the American flag. What I'll do, I'll get an American flag and I will put genocide flag. I'll write genocide on the American flag. That will put me in jail.
And so she should be. So she should be for, for
I'll wear it on my
rights
body.
for her people, for people of color, and she was very
We love you,
what should
boys.
I say? She
I'll see you
wanted
soon.
more of these topics.